viola.
We have this extensive tour lined up. It's really super cool. We started in Auckland last week, played already at the Auckland Festival, Hamilton, Napier, what an adorably pretty town that is, almost unreal, so nice. And then we drove from Napier across the North Island to New Plymouth. And that's worth some recounting, because Ian and I, we being the kind of adventurous ones in the group, we decided not just to take the normal road, but this, what's it called, Lost Highway, no, the Forgotten Highway, which we realized after we kind of got onto it, that the name is quite apt, because you feel like you're going back in time to a kind of dream, almost ghost-like countryside. Unbelievably beautiful. It couldn't be more beautiful.
We're now halfway through our trip, and after that intrepid drive we played in New Plymouth, and then we came down to Wellington, and we drove up yesterday to North Palmerston. We're going to play in Wellington tomorrow, and then we're going down to the South Island to visit Christchurch, Nelson, Dunedin, Invercargill, and that's it, I think, isn't it?
Auckland, back.
And then back to Auckland for one more concert before we fly home. So it's a fantastic tour.
I've loved every minute of it so far in terms of the concerts and everything. Yeah, and the audiences have been terrific.
I saw a friend there that I haven't seen for 35 years. I went to university with, so you never know who you're going to be playing to. It's fantastic. Amazing.
And at the same concert, my old art teacher from secondary school turned up. I haven't seen her for even longer than that, so that was exciting. But there have been a lot of young people at the concerts, which is great. We always enjoy seeing young faces, and they've always come backstage to get autographs and talk to us, so we love that.
We're touring two programs. Both of them are a combination of some really famous works and some not so regularly heard. One of them is Bartók 5, which is quite a ride, I have to say, which combines thrilling, adventurous, rhythmical, exciting music with a kind of nocturnal, spooky dreamscape music in the slow movements. And the other contemporary masterwork is Shostakovich Third Quartet, which is, you know, one of the famous works by Shostakovich, and yeah, very exciting, very thrilling, very impressive. So I think people who haven't, who don't know either this Bartók or Shostakovich, I mean, I really heartily recommend it.
The string quartet repertoire really begins with Haydn. So when we get the opportunity to play music that's even older than that, for example, Purcell, who wrote a handful of fantasias and this beautiful little chaconne that we're terribly fond of, we play a great deal, we always grasp it with alacrity, and it's tremendous to be able to play that and kind of wallow in those beautiful medieval sounds. And that's followed by a gorgeous little piece by Britten called Poem, which he wrote when he was a teenager, but it already shows the genius that was to emerge.
The second half is one of two of the late Beethoven quartets, either the C-sharp minor, 131, which was in the famous movie A Late Quartet for Philip Seymour Hoffman, or its kind of sister quartet, 132. And both of those pieces are some of the greatest, most uplifting, most emotional, most spiritual music anyone is ever likely to hear, I would say. So it's just up to us to play it well. And if we do that, you know, it can be pretty amazing.
My cello has become the selfie master on this trip. It has come into its own, posing with all sorts of landmarks and celebrities around New Zealand and even in Kuala Lumpur on the way. So it's enjoying itself thoroughly.
It's so true that audiences, unless there is a hell of a lot of them, unless they really go to concerts a lot, or are very daring, I guess, you know, if somehow, however much they loved it, if the mood is to be a little conservative in the clapping itself, that's kind of contagious. And I have one friend who, when he takes a bow, as he kind of looks downwards, he will say, "Bravo!" himself. And because he's leaning down, and we do that sometimes now, I mean, I didn't say that, but because the audience doesn't know where it came from, the bravo. And that one bravo is enough to get it all going. And the bravos start ringing out.
Genius.
Yeah.
Thank you.